Hello everyone, welcome to TUTORIEX, and in this video I'll talk about if keyword, else keyword, elif keywords and all those stuff. Okay, so how actually if statement works. In real life we need to make always a decision, and based on this decision we need to decide what to do next, or decide what's the task is gonna be based on that decision. So if this kind of cases comes in programming, then we use if keyword, else keyword, elif keywords. So let's see how we use that. First we put if keyword, then we put a condition like 4 equals to 4, and after that we do a colon and we press enter, and you can see if I write print, maybe we'll write print equals, that will be our code if this condition satisfies. So what do I mean by satisfy? This is the condition, right? 4 equals to 4. When this condition outputs true value, then we will say that it satisfies. So then this code block or indent will be executed. So for that 4 equals to 4 will be true, right? So if I run this equals, if I do the same thing, copy paste here, and we just change the value 9, so it doesn't satisfy, right? 9 equals to 4 will be false. And if I run that, nothing, because this code will only be executed when this condition satisfies. So it doesn't satisfy, so not gonna execute. After that there can be normal codes outside the block, like if I just write outside the block, you see outside the block, because this code has nothing to do with this statement, so it's gonna execute anyway, this condition satisfies or not. Like if I do 4 again, you see equals and outside the block, and you see only outside the block, so it's gonna get executed anyway. After that there's another point. If I just copy paste it here, you can see there's only one line of code, right? It's not like there has to be one line of code, there can be many. If I just copy paste it here and we do like equal 1, equal 2, equal 3, and if this condition satisfies, it's gonna run whole code, like how many lines there are, it doesn't matter. See, all the lines will be printed. So this is how if statement works. After that we come to elif. So when the if statement doesn't work, it's gonna come to the next line, and in case there is lots of conditions, like maybe more than one conditions, we'll use elif keyword. Here you can see one example. There are two variables a and b, a equals to 10 and b equals to 30. After that we'll check here the truth value, and then we can see the code here. If a greater than b, will print a is greater than b, and after that if this conditions doesn't satisfy, it's gonna jump onto this elif statement. That's the point. Okay, elif cannot exist without if statement. If statement doesn't satisfy, only it's gonna come to elif. So you can see here first condition, a greater than b, and if this doesn't satisfy, it's gonna come here a less than b, so it's gonna print a is less than b. So first let's see, a less than b prints. First we're gonna run this code and this. So a less than b is true, so if we run this, you will see a is less than b, because this conditions is the one that outputs true value. See, true. And if we do a greater than b, so it outputs false. Okay, so output of this condition is false, so that's why this line isn't printed, instead this line is printed, so here. Okay, so after that there comes else keyword. Anything which isn't caught by the preceding conditions, that's gonna come inside this else keyword. Else keyword is introduced at the end, like I just copy pasted this code here. So here you can see a equals to 60 and b equals to 10. There can be 3 conditions, like 3 scenarios here. A can be greater than b, a can be less than b. If this doesn't satisfy, what is left? A is equal to b, right? So that's, I'll not gonna write the statement, I'll just put it inside else block. So now if I run this block, you can see a is greater than b, because a is 60 here and b is 10. So first it will come here and this condition satisfies, so a is greater than b. Let's say a is 3 here and b is 10. So if I run that, it will say a is less than b, because this condition doesn't satisfy, so it's gonna come to next line. There is elif, and this condition here, a is less than b, that's gonna output as true. so this line will be printed. And after that, if we do A is 10 and B is 10 also, so this condition doesn't satisfy, this condition doesn't satisfy. So at last, what is left? Anything which isn't caught by preceding conditions. So these are the preceding conditions. Okay, then this doesn't satisfy, so it's gonna come here, A is equal to B. So that's how actually if else elif works, step by step. And for your benefit, there is an example where I have used lots of else if statement. It's just basic. I used A equals to 100, and here I've just checked if A equals to 10 will print A is 10, if A equals to 20 will print 20, like 30, 40, and if this doesn't match, we'll print the else statement like not a match. Okay, if I run this code, not a match and code outside. Of course this code is outside, so it's gonna print anyway. So first it will check if A equals to 10, of course not, 20, 30, 40. This fourth statement doesn't match, so it's gonna jump into else, so not a match. So here if I do 40 here in case of 100, it will print A is 40 because it's gonna check here, then here, then here, then here, and it's gonna give an output true, so it's gonna print A is 40 and not gonna move on the else because it already satisfies here. So you can check it on your own with your own examples, and where you can find those statements, I already discussed operators in Python, and there was here, I'll just scroll down, comparison operator. You see the operator, equal to operator, they are not equal to operator, greater than operator. So these kind of operators we use in if else conditional statements. They are less than operator, and there are logical operators like true is true, false is false, like that. You see here true and true is true. There are identity operators, 10 is 10, 100 is 99, those kind of operators. There are membership operators. Those are the operators which outputs true and false values, what we call as boolean values. So those are the operators we use in this conditional statement. Okay, so that's all for this video, and in next videos we will discuss loops in Python, how you can define basic functions. So see you on the next video, and all those codes will be pushed in GitHub profile and you can see it there. The link will be on the description, and I'll suggest you to watch this video on this order from my playlist Python 101. So that's it for today. See you on the next video. Bye bye.